Welcome back. Now let us learn the DTM, and the concept of DTM we have already uh, discussed over here. That what is the DTM and how does this really look like? Okay, and in line 2 and 3, let us load the data fresh. So yes, we have loaded the data fresh. In line 2 and 6, there are few of the constant which we are going to use. In gram means the single word, where we use the single word. And if you see in English, there are many words which make sense when the two words are used together. And if each of the words are used alone, that has a different meaning. And if you use those two together, it has a different meaning. Similarly, there are few of the words which three of the words, if you use, it has a different meaning. And if you use it together, it has a different meaning. Say, for example, say Bank of America. So this Bank of America is what? Single word, and it denotes the bank in America when all three words Bank of America are used together. But when I say the Bank of, then it is quite open. Bank of means anything. Or if I say Bank America, it may be the Bank of America, or there are a lot of American banks. That is why all three words here together it make sense. But for our simplicity, we are taking one. That will be using only one word. And pre-process function, DTM says that if you want to do something pre-process, to lower that it means it will make those words to the lower case. Chunk number 10. Basically, this is a kind of bucket, a small chunk. Tokenizer, there are multiple things in tokenizer. Token, and just to explain you, see, token is an English word, and token, this is the token, it has been used in multiple places. In some of the places I have seen that they give you the token number, and when your turn comes, then only you go to the counter. And the token could be word tokenizer, sentence tokenizer, and so on. So here we are saying we want word by word. Okay, and there are a few more of the constant. Term count minimum 10. It means there are at least 10 counts must be there across all the document. Okay, and dog proportion max 0.5. It means any number should be there in round more at the most 50%. Why do we say the 50%? Because if it is there in all the document, then it may not help. Why it not help? Let's assume that you are from, say, university, you are a student of Oxford, or say you are employee of IBM, and if IBM what is there in all the document, then it is not going to help, because IBM is there in all the document. Okay, so it will become constant. The IBM column itself will become constant. And dog proportion minimum, it's 0.1%. So what it means that minimum it must exist 0.1%. And these three numbers you have to keep on changing depending upon the data you have. We are right now learning with 200 records. So that is why this number each we have kept like this. But suppose if you are learning say 1 million. So 1 million, then term minimum count will definitely increase. It will increase to probably 1,000 or 10,000. 50% you decided, does it really, will it have the 50% or even 25% or 75%? Minimum instead of 0.1%, we can have the 5% because we have the huge number of data. That is why these constants depends upon the kind of data you are working with. And you will come to know all these things as and when you keep on learning. From your experience, you will know it. It will not happen in one go. From your experience that, okay, when I have a data say 1,000, what should be the value? When I have data 100,000, what should be the value? When I have data 1 million, what should be the value? This should come from your experience. It should not be on the spur of moment. Okay, we have seen the DTM creation. DTM can be created in the two ways. One is using vocabulary, another is by feature hashing. So feature hashing, first, let me explain from vocabulary. Feature hashing is also one of the advanced techniques, but if you can understand using vocabulary, you can understand even using feature hashing. Feature hashing is a little bit advanced and little bit better than the DTM. Okay, so let me explain you for the vocabulary point of view, and once you understand the vocabulary, you can do the feature hashing, and there is some concept called word embedding in that is a much more advanced part of text mining that you will study in NL. So these are the things most advanced, but first to understand how to make the DTM. Okay, so let's make it what it has done it that everything using through the vector. So vector means it has a sequence. So for sequence we can go through iterator. An iterator, it has defined like this: ID token. This is our data, the text data, and pre-process function we have defined here in the pre-process function. Line 216, tokenizer, what token we have defined over here, and chunk number, that is that bucket 10. So in line 231 it is simply iterator, so that we can iterate. And line 234 is the this library create vocabulary. It takes the iterator that which you generated ngram 1, that one word is 1, and this will be the vocabulary. So 234 is the vocabulary. And let us see the class of the vocabulary 235. Oh, ngram max not found. What it is? Okay, just a minute. Probably I have not run this one. I have not run this one. Okay. So these things I have not run. Sorry for that. Okay, now vocabulary. So vocabulary is done. Yes, this is it quickly. And let's see the class of vocabulary. It is vocabulary, and it look and feel is similar to the data frame. So we can do the few of the data frame operation. 236. Let us see the dimension. So it has the dimension 636 row and 3 column. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? Let us see the head of this. Then I'll explain how does this 636 it has become. If you see, let's show you a little bit of, yes. First of all, the term. Term is that word. Here it is not using the word because you may have the one word, two words, three words. That is why it is using the term. And the term count. It means count of this particular word. And document count. It means how many documents this word is there. And this 636, which is all 636 unique words are there. So we are having 100 or 200 lines, and in the 200 lines 636 unique word is there, and that is what is shown over here. So it is in a very simple way. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, good. Now let us go ahead and start making the DTM. For the DTM we have to do something. Let us go and do something called, we have to get the iterator again, so that because it may need. So let's go and do it. And right now if you see that we have 636 and we wanted to prune. Prune means basically trim it. Why do you want to trim it? Because it has almost everything. And if you see that for a small document, 636 column will become too much. With 636 row, that will become in our column DTM. That is why it will become too much. That is why let us go and prune it first. In 243, we are creating the iteration again, so that we can traverse through the document. And now pruning the vocabulary. So pruning the vocabulary, we have already defined few of the constant. Term count minimum and the maximum, and over here the document proportion minimum. So I think let me bring this constant over here, so that it is easy for you to understand. And this one is this part. Okay, so pruning here I have written that removing something very common and uncommon words. And how to do that? This is the few of the constraint I have defined it. So very common, it means which is there say more than 50% of the document, and uncommon, it means which is very rare, that this will take care of it. So this is what. So let us go ahead and prune this. So 252 is the pruning is done, means that it has been trimmed. Let us see the dimension again. It has become 73. From 600 plus, it has become 636, it has become 73. And this has been done because of this number. That is what I was saying you, that this constant you should decide depending upon the data amount you have it. And let us see the head of it, through the head. So it is saying, see, this is the way. So now it is showing us that after having this much term count, this is resist what is there in the 10 times, it in the 10 document and so on. Okay. Now for the getting DTM, it's easy thing. It can be done by the library function create DTM. It takes the iterator, and let me bring the iterator again here so that you can really correlate. This will help you. See, I have been working with for a long time, so it for me it's fine. Excuse me. Yeah. So if you see that this is the iterator, and this is the iterator, and vocab vectorizer. This is another function. So it is simply vectorize for the pruning library. Okay. So this is the DTM. 257 is the DTM creation of DTM. So it has done it. So let us see the dimension. So if you see the 73, the 73 was the number of words or terms over here. This was the row number, and this has become that many column. Okay, and 200 was our actual number of rows. That is what I was saying. That let me explain over here. That if you don't prune, then what will happen? You will have 636 words, and that many column it will become. So if you don't prune, then this will become 636. 200 rows and 636 column. It will be highly sparse, and we are working with small data. And generally, if you have a 100,000 document, probably it will become 1 billion, and that will become almost impossible to work. Okay, good. Now see the DTM part. Let us see the first 10 things. I'm running 259. This is how it looks like. The first row it looking like, and that's all for the DTM. And next one we'll learn the TF-IDF. Thanks for watching it. See you in the next video.